Let's start with the recent decision to resume crude oil production in Ogboni land. This has been met with stiff resistance, but we have also seen President Tinubu's efforts to allay the fears of critical stakeholders. But don't you think the priority should be the cleanup of the Ogboni area? Don't you think that the government is putting the cart before the horse?
Well, thank you very much. I can say that since the beginning of the year, the meeting we had this week is the second in the series of meetings that have been convened by Mr. President in order to show that there's peace and harmony in Ogboni land. I think earlier this year there was one, and within this week there was another one. And the one of this week was a full house made up of different groups of Ogboni land. And actually Mr. President appealed to them the need to maintain peace and harmony so that we will resume oil production in that place. And already Mr. President has given the task to the National Security Advisor to bring these groups together and also to work in collaboration with critical stakeholders in the Niger Delta region. Well, to come back to your question, you are asking whether it is not proper to clean up Ogboni land before any other thing.
Shouldn't it be
yes,
a priority?
A priority.
Yes.
But I want you to know that quite a number of people don't know what is happening in Ogboni land. Sometimes this year, I think in May or April, I was in Ogboni land with the Minister of Environment. There is massive work that is actually going on in Ogboni land today as I'm talking to you. And immediately after our visit, I felt very happy because what we're hearing is completely different from what I saw on the ground. And I want to say that most of the things you can find on ground today came on board in the last 1.5 years. For instance, massive water projects in the various communities in Ogboni, only 2 were commissioned before this administration came on board. But as I'm talking to you now, 7 have been commissioned. I was there, we commissioned about 2 or 3 of such projects. The Center of Excellence, if you go there, is more than any other university in Nigeria that is there. We went to the mangrove area where planting is going on. We went to area where decontamination of the soil is also going on. So massive work is actually going on in Ogboni land. But what I've come to notice is that most of the activities of the HAPREP are not being publicized. Because if they are publicized on a regular basis, Nigeria will get to know that, yes, something massive is going on in Ogboni land. And the natives are fully aware that all these efforts are being made by government. I think it is in the light of the tremendous move that has been made by this government that has made Mr. President to believe that this is the time to talk to the people of Ogboni land. And he has done it, and the people were quite happy with what the president is actually doing.
You say massive work is ongoing in Ogboni land as we speak, but I don't know if you've seen the publication by the Associated Press quoting leaked documents by the United Nations that the hydrocarbon pollution remediation project has failed in its assignment to clean up Ogboni land. The exercise, I believe, has so far gulped about $1 billion so far, and there's claim that the contractors selected have no relevant experience in this regard. How are you advising President Tinubu to review this contract? Well,
for me, I entirely do not agree with that concept, because those are statements by the critics. There are so many people criticizing, but like I told you, how many of them have gone to the place to see what is happening? If you talk of United Nations, yes, they could say that it has failed because HAPREP is a project. They were given a limited time within which the Ogboni land should be cleaned up. But unfortunately, within that limited time, they've not been able to do all that they are expected to do. But with the coming of this administration, as I've told you, the activities of HAPREP in charge of hydrocarbon remediation in that area has been geared up towards the direction. The $1 billion you have mentioned, yes, that is the money for the project. right from I think 2017 that the projects. It's not as if all of that money has been expended. But the money, part of that money is still there that is being used to do all these projects. And he talked in terms of refocusing the projects in that area. Well, of course, there is a committee that is a board. There is a governing council that always meets in respect of the contracts and the rest of them. I think one was heard here yesterday. But I want to let you know that as far as those people that have been given contracts and are not performing the concern, the governing council and the board have mandated the PC to go after them, and no one kobo will be lost. Okay. And as far as that project is concerned, is on focus. Okay. And I can tell you authoritatively